Yeah, but I've also been thinking, like, what kind of person do you have to be happy and alone? I don't think.
But you're happy and alone.
Yeah. Uh,
Boo. 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 Cha-cha!
that was recorded. Hello, Valerie.
Hello.
This is the 8th episode.
Wow, really?
Yes,
I thought it was more than that.
really.
Hmm.
Does it feel like?
Should we do something special
like
for
a
the 10th
bird?
episode?
What would you have us do for the 10th episode?
You can only talk in 10-letter words.
Oh, no. Fuck that. I'm terrible at those kind of games. Like, you say a word and then you say one with the following letter, starting with the following. I'm terrible at that.
Oh yeah,
My
you're
dyslexia doesn't
dyslexic.
help. Doesn't help at all.
You can only speak in sentences that have 10 words.
Again.
That's counting. That's not dyslexia.
Yeah, but no, that's way too much thinking. Plus, no.
Okay, I'll
Let's
think
do
about it. We still
something-
have a
some-
little while.
I have been thinking maybe we can bring a guest.
I know someone who wants to be a guest.
Who wants to be a guest?
Okay, I did tell you this.
We can cut this out. It's fine.
Tatiana came home. And she was,
Okay, wait. We need to talk about this. This is
Okay.
real consequences.
Yeah, real consequences.
Real life
of a
consequences of having a podcast.
Yes.
Of 10 people.
podcast.
10 listeners.
Yes. Which shout out to all our listeners.
Yes, we love each and every one of you, which is easy to do. Because
Except Tatiana, who called me a bitch.
Tatiana. Wait, what? Tell us
We
what
do
happened.
actually love
I wasn't
Tatiana.
there.
I was standing in the kitchen, and our kitchen is connected to
So
the back
Tatiana
door.
is your roommate. just for
Tatiana is my
context.
roommate, and I love her.
Yeah,
but-
we love Tatiana.
But she's a biologist.
which is great.
No.
Well,
I can
whatever.
only love biology on like a very superficial level, but as a
Mhm.
chemist, I am obligated.
Oh, that's right. You're natural enemies.
Exactly. Obligated to say that they are inferior.
Yeah, but you know how it is. Like, physicists
Yep.
hate chemists.
Yep.
And chemists hate
There's a
biologists.
hierarchy.
Therefore, physicists like biologists.
Is that how it works?
No, but in general, like, at least in my experience in my bachelor's, that was kind of the vibe.
Okay. That's
mean-
fair.
Plus, in physics, there's mostly men. Biology, mostly women.
Yep.
So they want to fuck each other. Kind of works.
Chemists all fuck each other because there's half and half.
Okay, fair enough.
But this is not in any way a judge of character. Biologists can be great people. It's just that they do biology.
So it's not about them as a
No.
person. It's about their stupid choices.
Yes.
In a
Nobody
professional
wants
level.
to read about the Krebs cycle 16,000 times
Ah, yeah.
except biologists.
I mean,
That's fucking insane.
Yeah, but I can say that about many things. There are many things that I wouldn't do myself. and I
yeah, but the
think
Krebs cycle,
I'm-
that's like on top of the list.
I don't know. I think law is worse. for
Law,
me.
okay, agreed, but that's not even the realm of possibilities right now. Like,
That's true.
I still respect biologists as a science. Law is not.
Okay,
law is not
okay.
even part of this.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Biologists, well, okay, and then the other thing is that I need to make a caveat that Tatiana specifically is a molecular biologist, which is fine. She's not doing the Krebs cycle.
I don't know many type of biologists. I know that just like marine biologists and non-marine biologists.
Yeah,
and
see, marine biologists, they
microbiology.
probably do the Krebs cycle
Okay.
because it's about fucking exchange of whatever and cycling chemicals through the ecosystem.
I'm not even gonna pretend I know what that is. I'm just gonna agree with you.
You don't need to know. It's total waste of time. That's why biology. I'm not going to finish that sentence. Anyway, I would like to make.
We love Tatiana, by the way.
We love Tatiana, but she came home. She was listening to that podcast. She came in. She was like, "You're a fucking bitch." And I was like,
for real? You should.
"Yeah." And I was like,
'Cause
"Why?"
we treat each other like that, just like on a daily basis. So you never know.
But like, I needed to know content. Like, I am. This is true. But
But
I was like,
you're
"What?"
like, didn't I clean the toilet
Yeah,
or
exactly.
did I insult you?
What did I do? Also, like, I hadn't seen her all day, and I was like, I didn't text you anything, and she was like, "You were shitting on biology," and I was like, yeah, you're right."
To be fair, when you told me that, I don't recall that.
I also don't remember.
It's like yeah, biology is so little to me that I don't even remember insulting them.
Anyway, Drew would like to issue a formal apology to all the biologists out there. I don't hate you. I just think your life choices are a little bit weird.
I kind of agree.
Great.
Plus, in my experience, like female biologist, top.
This is not about sexualizing.
No. But nice.
You need to get laid so bad.
Ah.
Also,
Kind
I
of.
was talking to Lars. And he was like,
okay. This is another listener.
yes, this is my partner. And he was listening.
My partner. Your
like,
boyfriend.
Well, partner sounds cooler.
Partner, but sounds like you're in business. Like, I don't know.
It's my cowboy. He was listening, which I didn't actually realize he listened. So it's kind of nice that he does. And he was like, why is it that in every episode we find out that Juan Felipe hasn't gotten laid?
It's just you who likes to mention it a lot.
I think it's important. If you have 10 listeners, one of them might fuck you.
Most of them are our friends.
Doesn't like, you know, those aren't mutually exclusive.
Well, no.
I don't know who listens.
Maybe we will have 11 listeners at some point.
Exactly. We might
Okay.
have 20. I don't know who listens. I
But
also am
it's
not
true,
in
if we
charge
have
of this
10,
account.
like among our friends is plus Lars plus Oscar. That's not 10.
Yeah, exactly. There's more than just our, like, it's Tatiana,
Yes.
Misha, Lars, Oscar. That's 4.
Yes. We know that Alan doesn't listen
We
to
know
shit.
that Alan doesn't listen. Who else could it be?
I don't know. If you're out there,
Juan Felipe needs to get laid.
that sounds like I started this podcast just to get laid.
I mean,
Yeah,
okay, I know you didn't.
yeah.
But I mean, you know, get yourself out there. This is a great dating profile. All you have to do whenever you meet someone new is say, listen to my podcast. They're going to know exactly who you are.
Wow. That's like
Easy.
putting myself out there.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
That's a very like, forget Hinge.
Hinge.
That's a dating app.
Okay.
You're so
Clearly
out of it.
I'm
Come
out
on,
of the
man.
loop.
Yeah, you're clearly out. This is why you haven't gotten laid.
Yeah, well.
But it's okay because I think these dating apps are kind of stupid. Now,
Mhm.
I don't know if I want to mention the name, but a friend that
Okay.
we both know is
Okay.
on Hinge.
Okay. You can tell me
Anyone
later.
who's listening will, like, the friends who are listening will know.
I
but
have no clue who you're talking about.
I don't know if he wants to be outed. Anyway, he's on Hinge.
Okay.
And I was looking through the profiles. It's fine. It's actually better than Tinder. Tinder, you don't know anything about them.
But wait, are you suggesting that I do Hinge?
No.
Okay.
I'm
So I
suggesting that
was
you do a
not gonna
podcast instead of Hinge.
Okay.
Because the main benefit of Hinge over Tinder is that you get to know them a little bit. Tinder is just, wow, they're hot, yes or no. You don't know
Okay.
anything about them, basically.
Yeah.
There's like a little bio, but no one reads it. And like they've actually redesigned Tinder so you don't see the bio unless you click on it.
Okay.
Yeah, so anyway, it's just faces, which I think, no. Though I do know quite a few people who've actually met on Hinge and dated, but they all broke up, so still, no. Hinge is more like you actually have a profile. It's like, you know, the old days when you would go on like christianmingle.com and like
Christianmingle.com.
this is very North American.
That sounds extremely North American.
Or farmersmeat.com. Also,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, maybe it's
Sounds
not
like a-
farmers, it's something farmers. Anyway, there's like these dating apps on like websites that you make an entire profile and you write things about yourself and you're like, this is what I like to do in the evening and whatever. I'm a farmer, for example. Hinge is more like that, where it like gives you prompts and you answer questions. So
Okay.
it's like, for example, it'll give the prompt, you'll catch me doing X on a Saturday. And then you could put a photo, I don't know, of you dancing. And you're like, I dance on Saturdays. Or what's my biggest pet peeve? You know, things like that
Yeah.
give you a little bit of an idea of who this person is.
But this is doing that 100 times.
Yes. So podcast, they know everything.
If they listen to, well, not
This
not-
might
not
actually
long.
reduce your chances of getting laid now that I
This-
think about it.
We haven't done 10 minutes of this episode and we are already like full on dating up the sustainability podcast, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Because we don't really have a topic for this episode.
Well,
It
we
was a
kind of
filler
do. We
episode.
can talk about it in a second.
Okay, Juan Felipe has a has a
We're
topic.
improvising a little bit, but it's related to
filler
some of-
episode.
No, don't say it like that because it sounds like we're out of ideas, which we are not.
We're not.
We never had in the beginning.
Yeah, exactly. You can't be out of ideas if you never had any to begin
Exactly.
with.
It's like money problems. You cannot have money problems if you don't have any money.
Exactly.
Hashtag third world. Okay. Before you say that, remember that I told you that I didn't remember insulting biologists?
Yeah.
Something happened to me this week and I realized how much I don't remember about my life. There's a friend that I had in high school. She lives in Paris. I know that. She came to Europe before me. Whatever. She lives in Paris. And she came with her boyfriend to Copenhagen last week. And she was like, hey, Juanfe, I'm in Copenhagen. Do you want to meet up? Like, maybe have a beer or something to drink. Haven't seen her in like 8 years. Like, yeah, sure. I met her boyfriend, which, by the way, amazing guy from Spain. And turns out he was great. Which is
shocking.
Shocking, exactly. But amazing guy. She was great. We catched up. And it was very weird because when we were talking about the past, I studied with her in high school.
Yeah.
Just in high school. And for me, the past is my previous life is when I was living in Colombia and I was doing mechanical engineering and university level thing.
Yeah.
I remember so little from before that. Like my whole life was like,
it was
whoa,
trauma.
This happened. Like, and she mentioned things and I'm like, yes, that happened, but I haven't thought about that in plus 10 years. It's unbelievable.
When it comes from like the depths of your brain.
Yeah.
And you suddenly remember, oh yeah, I was an idiot in high school too.
I was an idiot. I was a bitch.
Yeah.
Like really. I mean,
like worse than now.
I remember they had this super annoying thing. Like whenever something broke in the classroom, no one said like, oh, I broke it. So they made everyone chip in to pay.
Oh my God,
which
really?
Is
what?
It's horrible.
That's horrible.
Like something breaks and then everyone has to pay. And I was like, I didn't do it. Why should I pay?
Yeah.
Fuck you. And they were like, you're going to have to pay anyway. And I remember the last exam of chemistry or the second to last exam in chemistry. I don't know. I was already admitted to my university and I didn't give a fuck anymore. And the teacher from chemist was like the meanest one in the school. And she was the one in charge to like make us pay the thing. She was the bitch. And I was basically like, I looked at the exam and I was like, fuck you. I'm not going to answer the exam. And I just draw a gigantic picture of like, I think it was Pink Floyd. Like... something
like the album cover?
No, I don't know because I don't know the album cover, but something about like The Wall, the song that they have. Yeah. So I was like, fuck you. Like and I didn't I could just put my name in the drawing. And like, what are you gonna do? I'm already in college.
Oh man, I also had that period where I really did not give a fuck in
yeah,
high school.
And I didn't give a I didn't think about that for 15 years.
Yeah.
And now she came and like, oh yeah, I remember your chemist exam and you were such a rebel. I'm like, what? Well, yeah,
I did that.
I was a bitch. Yeah, it's and also she mentioned a bunch of people that I studied with, some of that were close to me, but they're not on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, and I never know anything about them. I'm like, she mentioned their names, and I'm like, oh yes, this person exists. I don't know. I feel like every chapter period in your life has a span of like 3-5 years.
Yeah.
That thing was 15 years ago, so I don't know, 4 or 5 chapters ago. That's a very long time, and I don't remember shit. And I'm just 31. Yeah. Could you imagine when I'm 50?
You're gonna remember anything.
Holy shit.
Yeah. You're gonna live in your own little 50-year-old world.
But hopefully with a Porsche. That's fine.
Maybe you'll have forgotten about it by then, even if you don't, you know? This is your 30-year-old dream.
That probably.
In 5 years, you'll forget that you even wanted it if you don't achieve it.
I don't... yeah.
I'm sure 25-year-old you had dreams that you don't remember.
Maybe. I mean, I don't remember, so I wouldn't know,
exactly. Right? So 50-year-old you will also be content. Or they'll be dreaming about something else that you also don't have. That reminds me, I also have... Wow, okay, this has really come from the depths of my brain. Also in that period where I'd already been accepted to university, I had moved schools because I went to this like very specific like science school in the last semester of high school.
Okay.
And I had this group of friends. We were like relatively intelligent and we got okay grades, but we didn't give a shit. Because I think most of us had been accepted already. Like even before the semester started, we'd been accepted.
Yeah.
So there was one time we had a math test and we also had a teacher who maybe we didn't like so much. And we all had not studied at all. Like we had been totally putting it off and we were super tired and like had been staying up late and whatever. So we all agreed that we would fake that we had food poisoning. There were 8 of us. So we all agreed that we would lie that we had gone to a sushi restaurant and collectively all gotten food poisoning.
That kind of makes sense.
Which kind of makes sense. But then we all had to like lie to our parents because we wanted to go and study for a day. So our parents thought we were at school.
Oh my God, you're such a nerd. Like I'm going to lie so that I can go and study.
But like it was literally because we hadn't done anything that whole chapter or whatever. So we were like, okay, we should go to the library at least once. At least. Just once. So we had to lie to our parents that we were going to school, but then lie to the school. Wait, no. Actually, we had to lie to our parents that something was wrong because we had to get them to tell the school that we wouldn't make it
Okay.
because we needed like approval to not be at school.
Okay.
So all of us individually had to come up with like some sort of reason why we weren't at school, but also weren't at home. And somehow we managed. Like somehow that whole thing, no one suspected anything. We all wrote that test, kind of like passed it barely, and like no one suspected anything. But I have no idea how we managed that because it's quite difficult to be not at home and not at school
At that age, as you can
at
guess.
that age.
Yeah.
So I don't know how, but we all had very different, elaborate things that we made up that we needed to. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So that was a really weird period where we.
It is a very weird period when you're going like between high school and university.
Yeah.
I remember when like you have in Colombia you had a state exam, which is what is the biggest part for determining where are you going in the university.
Yeah.
And the last 2 years of high school is basically studying for that, kind of. So we had classes for that specifically. One, like after regular classes, I would just go and hang out with my friends. We would like do whatever. And one, I must have been like a Friday or Saturday or something. I was just at home. And my mom like looked at me like, why are you home? You're usually like out with your friends. Like, what's up? And I'm like, yeah, all of them are getting like some tutor thing in chemistry or something. And I just didn't have anyone to hang with. So I just stayed at home, like playing World of Warcraft or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
And my mom was kind of worried, like everyone is studying and my son is just here playing video games. Should I be worried? Should I mean, she told me that after the exam.
Yeah.
And I had like the best result from my friends by doing not doing nothing, but I didn't worry about it. So yeah, I don't know. I think that was good.
Also, you realize that high school doesn't really matter.
Like nothing really matters.
No.
Like adults don't exist.
No, which is freeing.
Yeah.
Because at the time, I thought it mattered.
Yeah. At the time, it's like, oh my god, I need like.
Yeah, I need good grades. No.
But to be fair, the fact that I studied where I studied my bachelor's is the kind of thing that enabled me to like come here and live in Europe.
That's true.
So it can matter.
There's things that matter, but you don't know what they are.
Exactly. They're like breaking points.
Yeah. And normally it's not grades. Like you need a certain amount of grade.
Yeah.
But like you don't need 100% on everything.
Yeah, no.
It's just, and I feel like that's the lie they fed us. Is like you need to do the best.
Yeah, which is not
true.
Yeah.
So any 17-year-olds out there, fuck your grades and your teachers.
Fuck your teachers.
Fuck your teachers. Only if they're hot though.
Yeah.
Some teachers are hot.
Some teachers are
Though if you're
super
17,
hot.
it's illegal, so don't do that.
Yeah, but
university professors.
Yes. 100%,
Mm-hmm.
which is hard for me to relate to because in mechanical engineering, like 98% are men.
True.
But it's very true that when you have a teacher that you're attracted to who's hot, like that, it's a huge
motivating motivator.
factor.
Same if you have a boss who's hot.
Okay, I haven't been
Huge
there.
motivator.
My boss is great, but
I'm just saying.
okay.
Just
Wait, have you been attracted to any of your bosses?
Yeah, a few of them.
Okay.
Like not to the point where I'm like, but you know, like it did make me work harder because I wanted to impress them.
I can totally get behind that idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's actually kind of a hack because you can also trick yourself into having a crush on them and then you work harder anyway. Like they don't even have to be hot actually. You can just pretend, or like, you know, how when you have a crush, you kind of just delude yourself into like.
Yeah, you're just.
Yeah, and then you work harder.
Okay.
Life hack.
Well, that helps, definitely.
Yeah.
And not just for studying or work, like also.
Like you have this with dancing.
I have this with dancing so much. If a girl dances well and has pretty eyes, like pretty smile, like that's like 2 out of 1. Like
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then you're motivated to dance better.
100%.
So life hack, have a crush on people that are better than you at things that you want to be better at.
I couldn't have said it better. Do that. That's gonna be the
title?
The title of the episode. I always struggle with the title. And it's like, And one time I asked ChatGPT, like, hey, this is the audio file. Give me a title.
Yeah.
And because I don't have the paid version, ChatGPT was like, sorry, I cannot.
Oh, you should
give
have
an
asked me.
answer."
I have the paid version.
Yeah, but it was like 2 a.m.
Oh.
So I was like,
Yeah,
you know
okay,
what?
don't
I'll
ask me.
just come up with the title. I don't
So
remember
you
what
came up with a
episode
2
it was.
a.m. title.
Yeah, all of them are 2 a.m. titles. I'm sorry.
Okay, not bad
Yeah, I
for
mean,
2 a.m. titles.
our 10 listeners don't disapprove.
Exactly. They weren't turned off by the title.
Exactly.
And that's the most important because everyone judges books by their cover.
Yeah, and our cover is us dancing, and that has
And the
nothing to
title.
do with the. Well, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. I remember Alan thought like our podcast was about dancing.
Yes.
Like, yeah, no, not really.
Yeah, but Alan doesn't listen to our podcast.
Yes, Alan, if you ever listen to a podcast, please give me a call.
That would be funny, actually, if you got a random call from Alan being like, I heard what you were saying.
I hope he does,
Yeah, that'd be fun.
because it would be nice to know that he's listening.
Yes.
He's such a
Agreed.
wholesome person, Alan.
Yes. We love you, Alan.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So it has happened to me when we do the podcast that like 2 hours later or the next day or the next day, I come up with like, oh, this is such a good idea or good argument, a good thing that I didn't say because I just didn't remember. As it usually happens that you have a conversation.
Oh,
and
wait, hang on. Can we go back to
Okay,
like
let's go
15 minutes ago?
We're back.
The guest
Guest?
on the podcast, when we get to episode 10,
Okay,
if we
yeah.
have a guest. Tatiana came home and she was like, I always listen to your podcast and I really want to interject all the time.
Oh, my friend from Colombia, Oscar, is always saying the
Yeah.
same. Like, I always want to stop and say, like, you were wrong or you're right.
Yeah.
Or when we were talking about the pension system in Denmark, he was like, you're an idiot. That's not how it works in Colombia. And I have no idea how it works in Colombia. By the way, they also have like 1 year worth of my money. So,
Better go get it.
yeah, I need to do that.
Anyway, so Tatiana is a strong contender because she really,
Contender.
for being a guest.
Huh. I was thinking about Emily.
Also has asked about it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Because I think she has a nice perspective from the sustainability point of view, more from the finance and like the job market right
True.
now. Also, she's great vibe.
Also, she's looking for a job, if anyone knows.
Yeah, if you are looking for an employee who is awesome at what she does,
Corporate sustainability.
yes, that she is awesome.
Yes.
Also, great dancer.
Yeah, also a great dancer.
Yeah, and great vibes.
Yeah.
A little neurodivergent, but who isn't these days?
You can't be surprised that
Exactly.
someone like that is on our podcast. So
Yeah,
Emily would be a good contender. Well, we got 2, at least.
I mean, we don't.
we got
have to-
many podcasts to go, so
Yes, exactly, and we have many friends, so
Yes.
they can just come.
we have many friends.
Well, less than 10.
Okay, anyway, that was my interjection. Now
No,
continue.
no, thank you, because we never finish a point. Okay, so let me see, because what is this? I only have 2 that I remember,
Okay.
but it's okay. We can go off from there. At some point in one of the podcasts, you mentioned that we're just going in terms of technology and things to do and like consuming everything and developing stuff. And like at some point, it's like maybe enough is enough. Like take it chill.
Mhm.
Like I don't need ChatGPT for
Mhm.
my work. I don't need a car. I don't need a lot of things that we have right now.
Yes.
You mentioned the phone. I agree. Like
Yep.
I don't need my phone. But there's one thing, and I mentioned to you, and you agreed. Like one thing that we have right now that we didn't have, I don't know, 20 years ago. That without it, I would be completely useless, and an idiot, and I would feel like really not an adult.
Yeah.
Google Maps.
Agreed.
I think-
Strong agree.
I think Google Maps has done so much
Yep.
for our generation.
Agreed. Not only because now you can get everywhere, but also it has enabled GeoGuessr,
Oh, that's so
which
fun.
is great for
Yes.
wasting time, but in an intelligent way. Like you don't feel like you're wasting time.
Exactly. You feel, even when you fail, you feel like you're learning.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I actually also have been thinking a lot about that episode about like the innovation part because I think there are a few exceptions. So I wanted to make some caveats. One is medical.
Yes, 100%.
Innovate away. I like that. That feels like a good place to be innovating.
Yeah.
We
I
haven't
think-
solved everything
I think
there.
that if we get to a point where we don't need surgeons because robots
Yeah.
are better at making surgery on you, I think that's good.
Yeah, I agree. And just like, I mean, we can't cure cancer yet.
Exactly.
We can't, I mean, Alzheimer's, dementia. Like, there's all these things that, you know, we could still do a little bit on. But like, I just wanted to make that one. Like, there are a few things that I'm like, okay, innovation, fine.
Yeah, not only we're fine with what we've done, but I want more.
Exactly.
We need more. I would
Then,
argue.
but there are like just like mainstream things that I'm like, I don't need the next iPhone.
Agree.
It doesn't need to have a better camera. It doesn't need to have 6 cameras on it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, also I've seen this trend where like people deliberately want like worse cameras
Yeah.
to capture a memory instead of a picture, which is great. I have one.
I have a film camera, which is also like
That's
that.
the purpose,
Yeah.
right? Like, you could have a digital camera that is 10 times better, but why would you?
Yep, I agree. So there were certain caveats. I don't hate innovation, but I just think there's certain things where like, what is the trade-off here? If
Yeah.
you're creating an AI that uses up a bunch of electricity and we have to burn a bunch of coal for that, don't need the AI.
Mm.
For example. Coming back to the AI episode,
Yes.
which might have been the AI episode. I don't remember.
Yeah, and I heard a friend who's now like thinking of changing jobs, thinking about that, like in the innovation kind of train of thought, and he was like thinking about applying to different jobs, like, and he has a background mostly like in robotics, that kind of thing. And let's say, for example, there's a company that wants to use your algorithms to do something, like for example for better ad recommendation. It's like, it's a good company, they pay really well, the work in terms of the mathematics and the coding could be interesting, but does the world really need a
More
better
ads?
algorithms
Yeah,
for
no,
ads
who
and
cares?
for feeding you shit?
Yeah.
Like, he
But
would
like
ask,
yeah.
yeah, I think it's good and very healthy that you ask that to yourself.
Yeah.
And then there was another company that would like make better autonomous tractors for making better farming.
Yeah.
It's like that I can get behind that,
Yeah.
right? Imagine
cool.
there's an army of tractors that are just creating the food that we eat.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. But yeah, I think ultimately what I get frustrated about is when innovation is just about productivity, like to increase productivity, or like, it's like this sort of, it's all about like capitalism, making more money.
Yeah,
like automating jobs away so you don't have to pay people. Like, I feel like a lot of the narrative around innovation as that concept is about that. And that's what I don't like is,
I agree.
like, I mean, I think autonomous tractors are cool, but I think you also need to consider that there are farmers out there who've made a living off of this. What are they going to do?
Fair.
Kind of thing. So like, yeah, it's just the concept of innovation for productivity and efficiency and everything. That's kind of, I don't know if we need any more of that. Why don't we just slow down a little? Have our little gardens.
Focus on solving cancer and just
a little
eat
flip
strawberries.
phones. Yeah, eat strawberries and solve cancer.
Yeah. Like
The
that.
dream.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad we came back to this.
Yes.
And what was the other one?
Okay, so that was one. Oh wait, I'm not done ranting about Google Maps. So Google Maps is awesome. I love it. And for example, for me, I started like traveling outside of Colombia when I was 25-ish. I mean, like living outside of Colombia. So I was very used to like going around, like finding my way there. But when you go to a different country, like the way how they do streets and city planning and the name of the streets, finding an address, it's so fucking difficult.
Yeah.
Do you know how addresses are made in Colombia?
No.
It's basically like a grid. So you have like a 0 point, and then you start counting with numbers, like
the
street
streets,
1, 2, 3, and then like what streets, and then the other ones, the ones that are 90 degrees. I don't remember.
Yeah, isn't one like avenue and one?
Yeah, but not all of them are
street,
avenues.
I don't
We
know.
have 2 different names for street, like in Spanish. So you know which one go in what direction, which one go in the other direction. They are increasing numbers, and that just makes sense.
Yeah.
And then you have where they're crossing, and then you have 2 numbers.
Yeah.
And the 2 numbers is the number of meters that they are from the first number. So you can just walk that certain number of meters.
Yeah.
And then if the number is even or odd, it means that it's in one side or the other side of the street. So it's very logical to get to places. I mean, of course, some of the bigger streets have names, but they're very big. So they're like, those are avenues. In contrast to that, you go to Denmark and you have a street like, I don't know.
There's no grid here.
There's no grid, which is not necessarily bad because that goes into the city planning. Like maybe a good...
I mean, they're like quite old cities that weren't really built with roads.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So overall, that grid system is not great for Europe. but also the names of the streets is just somebody's name, and I don't know if that somebody is on this side of the city or this side of the city. I have no clue.
Nope, it's random.
So I can just copy paste that to Google Maps and get on my way on my bike, and life is good, and I can get around. But if you take Google Maps away from me, I'm useless. I'm suddenly like a 5-year-old who doesn't speak Danish, throw off into Denmark.
Yep, I agree. We were talking about this because Misha is going on a hiking trip.
Uh-huh.
And when you go on these hiking trips, you bring a paper map because you don't know if you have internet.
Yes. Yeah.
Or you bring a satellite phone, but the paper map's also good. I also brought one on my hiking trip. And it's fun to like still know how to use one, even if you obviously I use Google Maps basically every day. But looking at this map, I'm like, okay, I know where north is.
Yeah.
I know how to read altitude lines because I know this is steep and this isn't. I know that's water. That's all I need to know.
I'm okay with that in the wilderness.
Yeah.
And also I'm good at reading maps because I've played video games basically all my life.
Yeah.
But I hate the fact that you put that concept in the city.
Yeah.
Because it's like a man-made maze with streets of a language that I don't understand, that I can barely pronounce, and I like doesn't make sense. What bothers me is like there's not a system behind it.
Yeah, no, I get it because I mean the place that I grew up is kind of the same in that there are no numbers, it's just names.
Uh-huh.
So you have to, because I mean it's a small town, so you knew all the names, so I could easily get around by myself. But the moment I leave or even go to the next town over, I'm like,
exactly.
what the fuck?
What the fuck, man?
What the fuck? And I think I started traveling when I was 18 and Google Maps existed.
Yeah.
It wasn't as, like, now it's on steroids, but
now it's so good.
it's crazy. But I would not have survived without it. It also is nice because it shows you, like, supermarkets or, you know, there's things that if I was traveling Europe by myself, I would just die because I would not be able to find. How would I know a Rema is a supermarket unless I walked up to one,
That's
you know?
true.
Or like, yeah, I guess you would learn, like, people traveled before and they found supermarkets and whatever.
People
It would
find
just
a
be,
way.
you would get hungry. Like, there would be times where you're, like,
I
desperate.
think you would be more obliged to, you know, talk to people and ask.
Yeah.
Which is not necessarily bad.
Yeah, exactly. That's good, actually.
Yeah.
And I actually feel like people like being asked for directions.
I always wonder what happened to the people that I
Yeah, me
sent
too.
somewhere.
Also, there's times where I give them the wrong direction. I'm like, fuck, I hope they found someone else.
Well, if you did it by mistake, okay.
It was it's my mistake because I have no sense of direction. They're like, how do I get this
A second ago, you were
way?
saying like, oh, I know how to read
I can read the map, but
and
I don't
know
have any
where to
sense.
north.
If someone's like, where is this? And I'm like, I don't know. And I point in a random direction thinking it's east. It's not east. So I'm like, I hope they found someone else. Because eventually, if you ask someone and you keep walking and you don't find it, you'll ask someone else. Because
I read somewhere a long time ago that like men are better at that kind of thing.
Yes.
So,
I've also heard and experienced that men are better at this.
I agree with that. I've heard and experienced, but I don't want to seem like sexist, like, oh, men are better at finding.
No, I
like,
don't know how it is.
Not necessarily.
Lars, you can put him anywhere and you ask him where's north and he knows immediately where it is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do you know? He's like, I just feel it. And I'm like,
Oh,
how?
By the way, one of the things that blew my mind when I came for the first time to Denmark, like the first year I was here, like living outside of the equator, it's how much, I mean, I knew this was gonna happen, but when you see it in real life, it's like mind blowing, like how much the sun changes throughout the year, like where the sun rises in the winter or in the summer is so crazy. So, for example, I saw a picture of Nyhavn, and there was the sun coming from a certain direction. I knew immediately that it was a sunrise, and it was either in autumn or the spring. Yeah, like it was completely obvious, and I was like, "Wow, this is awesome."
Wait, do you have I've only ever seen this on the internet where the sun is like directly overhead and there's no shadow.
Yes,
I've never seen that before.
I also don't recall seeing it,
but not even on the equator. Like
I think there's gotta be some day that like at noon that should happen, but I don't remember that being a thing that people go and do it.
Okay. Yeah, because they talk about it happening in Australia, which is weird because they're not on the equator. But
yeah, no, it's like a certain. I think it should happen. I need to check.
Okay.
Because I also saw that like the only place in the United States where it happens is somewhere in Hawaii.
Oh, yeah, because that would be the same latitude as Australia, kind of.
Kind of. So
Which is weird
if it
because
happens there and in Australia, I would assume that there is like a.
maybe it's because, the Earth is tilted. Even if it's hitting.
But it's gonna be tilted different ways depending on the time of the year with respect of the sun. So at some point, the equator should just match.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I would have to look at in more detail, but I think it should be. The thing is, it usually in Bogota is kind of cloudy most of the time.
So you wouldn't, even if it happened.
Yeah, it would have to be like very sunny,
Yeah.
which is unlikely.
Boo. Come on, tropical country. Do better.
Yeah, people are shocked to find out that I'm melting at 30 degrees. They're like, aren't you from the equator? Like, no. I mean, yeah, but
yes.
I'm from the mountains. Like, I don't go beyond 22 degrees.
That's ideal. I'm so excited to visit Colombia. That's like
when
my
are you
ideal
visiting
temperature.
Oh my God.
Sometime.
I was doing grocery shopping in the on this weekend, and I I bought so many fruits. I was so happy. But the thing is, like, a lot of them came in cans, like like in sugar water thing. Because I just tried some mango because I wanted mango and I bought one, and it was actually really good, like very sweet and
Cans
very
are
nice.
actually pretty good at preserving.
Are pretty good. Plus this sugar water thing is pretty
They
good.
have a bad reputation, but they're pretty good.
They're damn good.
Yeah.
So I'm like, the only thing I wish is for this mango to be cold. So I just bought a bunch of cans
Put
of
it
like
in the fridge.
mango, mandarinas, and what else did I buy?
Oh, those preserved mandarins are really good.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I bought something else. I don't remember. Oh, peaches. I grew up with those. So that's awesome. And I just put them in the fridge. And now whenever I get home, like super warm, 30 degrees,
good snack.
summer, the best thing ever. And apart from that, I just bought a bunch of fruit. So
the strawberries are like, it's strawberry season. They're really good.
strawberries, grapes,
Yeah.
Bananas, apples. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what happened to me this weekend, but I bought so many fruits.
Fruit time. You needed vitamins.
I needed my fruits.
Your body was like, have you eaten a vegetable this week? No. Fruit time.
Yeah, I bought that and chicken and an ice cream.
When was the last time you ate a real vegetable?
What define real vegetable?
Like-
Because vegetables don't exist. Ha. I saw a video about that.
Conventionally known vegetables.
Okay. What?
Like a broccoli.
Oh, fuck broccoli. I never eat broccoli.
Carrot.
Like all the time.
Okay. Cabbage?
Cabbages, broccolis, hate it.
Really?
Like I would, that and egg. Like
you don't like eggs?
I would only eat egg if I go to a brunch and that's like the main dish and like somebody cooked it. It's like, okay, it's egg. I'll eat the egg. But I will. That's the kind of thing that I don't like, but I eat.
Interesting.
Broccoli,
Don't
and the other one,
Cabbage.
and the white broccoli,
Cauliflower.
cauliflower. Those things I hate.
Cauliflower doesn't even taste like anything.
I would die of starvation before eating those things.
Why?
No, I just don't. No.
What
thank
about
you.
like aubergine?
That's fine.
Cucumber.
Fine. I don't love them. I don't seek them. But whenever you put them in something, I'm like, okay.
Okay, what do you love any vegetables?
I like spinach.
Okay.
I really like spinach.
Spinach is good. Spinach.
Spinach.
Okay, fair enough. I've never seen you eat a vegetable.
You feed me vegetables.
I
all the
feed you
time.
vegetables sometimes, but like, it's just like I've never seen you be like, yeah, I could go for a salad.
No, but why would I choose a salad when I can have a burger? Like,
Because you need vitamins. Your
Yeah.
body's telling you need vitamins.
when I do pasta by myself, I don't put vegetables on them. But sometimes, like when I go to your place and you have like spinach and you just put it in the pasta, I'm like, I should buy spinach just to put it in the pasta.
I always have a huge bag of spinach,
Which I think is
in
great.
the fridge because
I think it's
it's just so easy to put in. Like
Yeah,
you're just
you
like,
just-
yeah,
It's
vegetables.
so easy.
So easy.
Also, like one girl I dated, whenever we cooked pasta in my place, she was like, "Oh, and then let's put a zucchini," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, sure."
And then you broke up.
No comments.
Okay, we can move on to the second thing that you had.
Second thing that I have, let me see. Okay, we at some point mentioned some adaptations that we as people and as society are doing in order to deal with warmer climates. I think one that we didn't mention, which I think is really good and very nice, is making greener cities.
Agreed.
Like,
Strong agree.
I know you would strongly agree with this one because I think it's easy in the sense that it's not a big investment.
No.
Like on the long term,
Plant a
it's,
freaking tree.
exactly. It's not putting a wall across the ocean.
No. True.
So it's way easier than that. And the best thing about it is that the quality of life of people, it's better. Not just because you live in a cooler city, but also because, I mean,
You
it's
live in
nice.
a cooler city.
Exactly. I read somewhere that Paris is having a lot of success with that.
Paris somehow recently has done really well on its urban planning. Like it made the car-free zone.
Hmm.
Then it made a green zone, which helps when you have a car-free zone.
Yeah.
Killing it.
Yeah. It just makes you want to go for a walk. And I think that's awesome.
Yep.
That's the kind of life I want.
I agree. Though it's really funny because I have come, like, I've always come from a context of, like, we need greener cities because I grew up in literally a concrete jungle. Like, when you fly into Toronto, you just see concrete. That's it. There's no green.
Never been, but I believe you.
And there's a lot of talk about making cities greener and planting trees and having shade, And then I came to Europe and it was kind of the same thing. But I lived in Prague, Brussels, and then Copenhagen, which are all, like, they have trees. I wouldn't call them green cities. Berlin is actually pretty good at this. They have parks everywhere.
Okay.
But then I go to places like Spain, and those cities basically already incorporate that kind of thinking because it's so hot.
Yeah.
And because they can grow trees pretty fast.
That's
so
true.
they're very green. And like when I went to Tbilisi, also like trees everywhere.
Where is that?
Georgia.
Ah.
Trees everywhere. And it's like, it's because it's a warm country, and it's the concept of green cities is only like a Western Northern European thing where they built these cities without needing to adapt to heat, and now they have to. And they're introducing it as this, like, you know, cool eco when like most cities
It's
in
like
warm places,
when Apple introduces a new feature and Android has been having it for 10 years.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Which, I mean, it's still nice. Also, like Italy, for example, hasn't incorporated at all, and I don't know how. Like Bologna, Rome, I wouldn't call them green cities at all.
I would say, like, in Italy, like, every time you want to do any city planning thing, you find an ancient something, and you have to have
exactly. But you can plant a tree. You can plant a tree.
I don't know.
Maybe not. But anyway, like, it's funny going to places that are warm because there are probably Bogota is also greener than I think it is. Like, I know it is this relatively metropolitan city.
Yeah.
I've seen pictures of the bus being super full. And,
I hate that.
But it's probably still greener than Toronto, which is a northern city. It still gets hot there. It gets to like 35 at least for the summer.
Yeah.
But they haven't incorporated any of that into their city planning. It's really annoying. But I have seen very good examples of green cities without them having to think about the fact that it's a green city. They just did it because they were like, if I put a tree here, it'll be colder. The end.
Yeah, it will be shade.
But I agree. I think we need to have greener cities.
Yeah, I think that's and it's not unreasonable to think of solutions in the city level.
No.
Like, I think obviously we can do things for ourselves, like for me, by me.
Mm-hmm.
And we will have to, like, buy yourself a fan and buy yourself a mosquito net or whatever.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to do it with like countries and like continental changes and like big infrastructure power projects. They're so expensive and time consuming and so many politics and like you will have so many generations of politicians, not generations, but like different stages of politics going through one project that's going to be very long, going to be so difficult.
Yeah.
But in a city.
Yeah, no, cities are a good scale.
Yeah.
It's small enough, it's big enough that it affects a lot of people and it's relatively structural, small enough that it could happen kind of quickly.
Yeah. I love this concept of like multi-scale problems because it reminds me of Turbulence and I love that shit.
Nerd.
Yeah.
Nerd. Okay. Yeah, green cities.
Green cities, and I love Google Maps. Those are my takeaways, like things that I didn't mention that now I have.
Should we add one more thing that starts with G so that we have 3 things that start with G that Juan Felipe likes?
I don't. What are you talking
Green
about?
cities, Google Maps, garbage.
Garbage what?
Don't know.
You're making
Girls.
this up? Girls. Kind of the same.
Yay. What do you mean?
Nothing.
Speaking of garbage,
Okay.
I found
Speaking of girls.
not girls, garbage. This is a super sidetrack.
Okay. We're doing a 180
Yeah.
in some direction. And
It's
I
still
love that.
actually it's still actually about sustainability, but different
Okay.
different vein. I have been finding so many nice things in the garbage recently.
Well, what? Like in what garbage?
In the garbage behind my house, like in our like building trash.
Okay.
Because I've been taking out the trash as people do, and when I open the garbage, like trash bin, there's like a fully functional basket in there with the tag still on. And I'm like, all right, you're coming with me. And then I took it out, and it's like perfectly, like it's like a garbage basket. So I put it in our bathroom now because we needed one. Yesterday, I came home, and there's like a perfectly, like, I thought it was broken. That's why it'd been thrown out. It was this, you know, those bottles with like the latch that you put like kombucha and stuff in,
Yes.
like you ferment stuff in, or you have like
the
beer bottles.
Beer bottles that are super satisfying to
Exactly.
open.
Yeah. The ones that click up.
Yes. Click up and yeah.
Yeah. So I found one of those and like 3 nice glasses just put in the garbage. And I'm like, what?
Okay, but I agree that those are, I mean, nice that you found them and that now that they have a second life, but it's not like you found an air fryer in there.
No, but like, it's like nice things that you could you could resell or something, or you could put on,
resale.
not sell, but like, you know, give away.
Yeah.
Put on and go to like a supermarket, like a flea market.
Yeah.
Like, it's just wild to me that people, like, my concept, I hate throwing things out. Like, there's a mental block when I'm like, can I still use it? Not throwing it out.
Yeah.
Which I'm a bit extreme, but this is like, these are perfect. They're actually really nice glasses. Like, they're like, you know, carved and everything.
Okay.
And it just baffles me that people immediately, like, when they don't want something, the first thing they think of is, I'm just gonna throw this out.
That's true.
And not think of either giving it to someone because they are nice glasses, or like even the bottles, like you can use the bottles for anything. It was small enough that it could have been a water bottle, like, but I think it just reminded me that my mindset is not the same as everyone else's.
That's true. Even the people in your own building have a very different
Exactly.
mindset.
But I also live in like the richest place in Copenhagen.
She does.
But I mean, there's young people in my building. It's not just like a bunch of old, like, pensioners who have nothing else to do. It's like young people, but it still baffles me that I found out someone literally threw out they had stolen a basket from Netto and then thrown it in the garbage.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, how?
I just, like, whenever I'm walking and I find like a car thing, like from Footex or Netto or like somewhere random in the city, I'm like, what the hell?
What the hell?
Like, why did you bring it here?
Exactly. Oh, I also found 2 more nice garbage bins this morning. But I just keep finding things in the garbage where I'm like, I could use this. And it's great.
Your apartment is full of garbage.
Literally, it's full of garbage. But now, like, it's like incrementally improving. Like, it used to be that we would hang tote bags on the handle in the kitchen.
Yeah, I remember
to
that.
put plastic and stuff in.
But
Now I don't need to. I found 2 bins.
Okay. So that change was like this week.
Yeah, literally today, like this morning, I was
Okay.
leaving and I threw my trash out, found 2 bins, went back up. I was late for work because of this. Went back up, put all my, like, the recycling in those bins, and I was like, wow, this has made my life better because someone threw out these perfectly good. Anyway, sidetrack. Look in the garbage more. People in Denmark are rich and they throw things out.
People in Denmark throw really great things.
Yeah.
So definitely do that.
Yeah.
Do you have anything from a podcast that you didn't say but you would like to?
No, actually, you brought up the 2 things that I was thinking about, the innovation one and the adaptation one. Otherwise, Lars brought up something that I forgot about, and I don't know the exact wording, but he was like, you're saying there's some things that you say on the podcast that are a bit controversial and could get you, like, canceled. And I was like, what? Because I don't know if we said, and I
don't know if any of the 10 people that listen to us has the power to cancel.
But he was saying at some point we were talking about autistic people and how they have fewer brain cells. And I was like, I don't think that's what we meant.
No. Well, I didn't.
I don't remember saying it.
Yeah, me neither.
It's possible I was talking about myself and how I don't have that many brain cells.
That sounds like something you would say, though.
Or you.
Yeah.
or I was talking about you and how you don't have any brain cells, but I didn't mean to say
Fair.
that people who are autistic have fewer brain cells.
No, not at all.
So clearing that up, I don't know what I
You
said.
just have as many cells as anyone else. just
Exactly.
it doesn't work that well.
Works differently.
Yeah.
But I'm talking specifically for myself. I have one brain cell, and I suspect that I might be mildly autistic. Those two things may or may not be correlated.
may or may not be correlated. Yeah, I think you're speaking for our entire group of friends.
I'm speaking
when you
for
say
my
that.
friend group, and as that friend group, we are maybe on the spectrum, not like there is autism that is like
That,
more debilitating than the one that we have.
we can fake stuff.
Yeah, exactly. We can still, fake socials. Yeah.
Yeah, but when you unleash the tism, you notice.
Yes. Yeah, we can mask it pretty well. But there's still, ooh, look, there's a hat there. I didn't realize.
That's my hat.
Oh, is it your hat?
Yes.
Did you come with a hat?
Yeah. I don't know
Didn't
if I had
notice.
it on, but
Okay.
it's just a cap, not a hat.
Okay. Anyway.
So random.
Yeah.
Talk about autistic.
Okay. So didn't want to insult a whole group of people in case that insulted anyone, but I don't think it did.
You don't want to insult the whole group of people except biology.
Exactly.
I've been obsessed lately. This has nothing to do with what you just said. It's a completely change of direction. With this, I told you, at work, I've been less productive than usual because on one hand, I'm very frustrated with some stuff, but okay, that's another topic. I've been spending my time watching a lot of these Subway takes.
Oh, yeah.
The podcast, that like video podcast that they have. I don't know what's the name of the guest, but I think that podcast is majestically beautiful.
It's very good.
I just love it.
Yeah.
Like their vibe and the fact that they do it in the subway in New York and that have some random takes by random people. Sometimes it's not so random. Like
no, normally they like invite comedians and stuff.
Comedians or celebrities, like actresses and so on.
Yeah.
It's like good. But sometimes it's people that just seem like very random, which I think is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if we ever don't have DTU, we could do that. We can just put a camera on the S train and go.
Oh my god,
way.
Danes would hate that.
Oh, I don't care. That's the
anyone
thing.
speaking on the S train. Could you imagine?
Yes.
They would throw you off.
No, they cannot do anything. They wouldn't tell any. I mean, unless you are in the zone that is specifically for not talking,
true.
which I agree. If you speak there, you are a degenerate. But if you are like in the bikes place, for example, we can just put a camera on top of a bike and just film ourselves, and we can do a video podcast, which is something that I know Oscar had been wanting to to see. Yeah,
but that means we're less anonymous.
Yeah, I mean, who cares? Do you care?
I don't know how I feel about like being perceived on the internet, like really, really perceived. But I also have to think about it because I haven't really been perceived on the internet. Like, I mean, I have an Instagram account, but it's private, and I have a LinkedIn profile that I don't really use.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I'm not really perceived on the internet.
Okay.
But I haven't really thought about it, so I'll think about it.
That's fine. I mean, it's also just an idea. Like, that would be fun. I would be up for doing that. Like, it could be even just one episode.
I'm not opposed to it. I have to think about it.
I would also think that it would be quite funny. Like, among titans in the wild. And by wild, we mean Copenhagen.
Copenhagen. The least wild you could get.
Yeah, no, it's so
like
chill.
Basically, it's so chill. Yeah, I think it would be fun.
Huh?
It would be fun. I'm hungry.
Hello, hungry.
Dad?
Oh my god, it's so stupid sometimes. Like, seriously, if someone who's listening to this wants to date me, wow.
Yeah, I think this is actually worsening your chances.
Yeah.
Or you'll find someone super weird. Like when Michael Scott found Holly.
Oh, they are such an awesome couple.
They're so
I love
good
them.
Together.
I love them.
Which, like, it's really, really good writing because Michael Scott is written as this undateable character.
Undateable.
He's so annoying.
You see him for the first 3 seasons and you're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
This guy's gonna die alone.
There's no way. And then Holly comes in, you're like, that makes total sense.
That makes total sense. And like, I've seen people that I think like, you're super weird and like you're a weird guy.
Yeah.
And then they meet someone even weirder.
Yeah, and
like,
you're like, wow, that totally makes sense.
Yeah, and it's different types of weird, right? Like, we are weird, but like, I like our weirdness.
Yeah.
there are other people that I'm like, yeah, I don't want to hang out with you.
Yeah, there's like unpleasantly weird.
Yes, which is fine. They will find another people who want
Another
who want that.
unpleasantly weird person.
Exactly, and they're fine.
Yeah,
I haven't found that.
you will.
Yeah, sure.
If Michael Scott can find love, you can find love.
Oh, that's wow. I don't know how to feel about that comparison. I guess thank you.
You're better than Michael Scott.
I was counting on that.
I'm just confirming.
Okay. Yeah, but I've also been thinking like, what kind of person do you have to be happy and alone? I don't think.
But you're happy and alone.
Yeah. Uh, no, but I mean like long term, right? Like you never got married, you always lived alone, and you're happy. Like
You
I
have to
don't
be
know.
a very fulfilled person, I think.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know anyone who has been in that situation. Also because I don't have 50-year-old friends.
True.
But also I see my friends now and I extrapolate them and I think, yeah, I don't picture you single to a lot of them. Most like all of them.
Actually, I do know someone who's actually okay. In Japan, people don't date anymore. Really, like
Oh.
they do.
How do they reproduce?
They don't. That's the problem.
Okay.
Like their birth rate is so low.
Okay.
No one is reproducing.
This became dark so fast.
No, but okay. But I have I have like sort of experience because both of my mom's siblings are not married.
Your mom's siblings. Okay.
Yeah. Her sister is happily not married. Her brother he's dead now, but was unhappily not married.
Okay.
So I've seen both ends of the spectrum.
Ah.
Because like I mean, it's a thing. People date less now. Or like the women specifically are very happy to be alone because they just want to focus on their career and like perfectly fulfilled. My aunt has no desire to date. She has 3 dogs. She goes to work.
I want to relate to that part of the dogs.
She has her own house. She has her tennis club. She goes hiking. That's it. She's like perfectly happy. She's, like one of the, not happy, like satisfied. Like she's one of the most satisfied people I know. Her brother, on the other hand, was an alcoholic.
Okay.
Had a girlfriend. For some reason, didn't work out. She might have died. I don't remember. He had like a really tragic story.
Wow.
Was an alcoholic. And then he suffered from like a really random aneurysm and died. Like he had like the most tragic.
Holy shit.
He had a really but like it was so funny seeing like my mom, who's been married for
your sense of what's funny, it scares me.
No, it's funny isn't like interesting because it's like there's 3 siblings all with like such different lives. My mom like moved to Canada, married, had kids. Perfectly happy there. She's also one of the most satisfied people I know. She just like fucks around Europe and she's on a
I have met your mom. She's awesome.
Yeah, she's literally right now on a train from Western Canada to Eastern Canada that's 55 hours and she's having a great time.
Yeah, I can picture
she's
her
just
doing
she's vibing. Aunt like doing her thing. Uncle so sad and like he was looking for love for his whole life and didn't find it.
That's so
which
sad.
is so sad, but they're all like, I mean, they're all, equally neurodivergent, equally like
wow, okay,
attractive or unattractive. They're like siblings. They're just kind of the same-ish.
You get the same.
You start, you
bag
have
of
the same
genetics.
start. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All completely different. Like
Whoa.
It's so interesting. So I have seen people who are happy and alone, and who will be happy and alone for their whole life, but rare.
Yeah, I think it's hard.
Yeah.
Exactly. As I told you, I extrapolate from what I know from our friends, and none of them probably, none of them come to mind that I would say, yeah, will be happy single.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I think you maybe at some point you come to terms with it. Like I know, I think people that I know now, not that I could picture them being single, but I could, when they are single, they're a lot happier than if you're single when you're like 20.
Okay, yeah,
but maybe in 10 years, it'll evolve where if they're still single when they're 40, they're actually okay.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like if you're 20 and you're like in your 20s, you're a baby adult.
Yeah.
And now in my 30s, I'm a teenager adult.
Yeah.
So who knows?
And you want to figure out the world with other teenager adults.
Exactly.
And have sex with them.
That's a good plan. Yeah.
But maybe when you're 40, you're like, actually.
Yeah, fuck this. I just want to drive my car and play with my dog.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, dog is a good companion. And I feel more and more people are using dogs as a stand-in for companionship. which is fine.
Yeah.
I think it's perfectly okay to have.
They
My
they-
uncle also, he used to be married, got divorced. It was a terrible divorce. Now he's like, I don't want to be with anyone. I want my dog.
Hmm?
And he's a dog trainer, so he got really into dogs.
Oh, so no, it's not the one who died.
No, different
Okay.
uncle, dad's side.
Okay.
But he's also like happy alone with a dog. But
That's
he
good.
was married before, so I wouldn't count that. Like my aunt has never married. She like has never been interested in
Yeah,
at all.
I cannot picture that of like, oh, I used to be married and like holy shit. I've
Yeah,
been
I
through
know.
some breakups and like that's hard. Like, could you imagine going
Being
through a
married.
divorce?
Yeah, ugh. It sounds so official.
Yeah.
It's probably when you go through it, it's actually probably not that much different than breaking up with someone. It's just that there's
Yeah,
legal
but-
stuff.
Exactly. There's legal stuff
Yeah.
and there probably kids.
Yeah, maybe.
Well,
Sometimes, like, it
sometimes
depends
you
on
have-
how long the marriage was.
yeah. And also if you want kids. You also can have kids and not be married, right?
Yes.
But
Danes
still-
do that a lot.
Yeah, I think kids complicate everything a lot.
Yeah. They do. Because now you're not only ruining your lives, you're
Yeah,
ruining,
you're ruining
their
lives, and now they think there is their fault, which kind of is, but like you don't tell them that because that will make them issues.
Shout out to all the divorced children.
Yes,
Hell
I
yeah.
hope you're doing fine.
hope you've worked through your trauma. Go to therapy, everyone. Anyway, on that note, I don't know how long we've been talking.
We've been 1 hour and 2 minutes, which is actually perfect.
That's great. I'm hungry.
Hello,
Shut the fuck
up. Okay, I had another thing, but we can leave that point.
Okay,
for-
we can
for
do
the
another
next
one.
time.
It's fine.
Yes, maybe I'm gonna tell you what it is, so maybe you can discuss.
We can discuss
think,
and- yeah,
thing,
okay.
and it's like global warming is a shit show, and a lot of bad things are gonna happen in the next 50 years. We know that. Fine. What good things are gonna happen because of climate change?
That's
Like-
a good theme for next, or a good
Yeah,
topic.
I
for
was
next time.
discussing that with ChatGPT, and he could not shut up stressing how this is a double moral standard because a lot of people are gonna die and it's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
tragic. But here is the good thing that might happen.
I feel like the first thing that comes to mind when you ask anyone is that you're going to be able to grow wine in Europe, which is
Yeah, you-
like, that's fine, but seriously, that's
Yeah,
the first
exactly.
thing.
But that's the kind of thing that you will come up with. It's like
Yeah.
pathetic,
Yeah.
good things that will come up at a
A
cost.
lot of people are going to die, but think about the wine.
Yeah, think about the coffee.
Ugh.
You will finally be able to grow
Grow
your
my
coffee
freaking
bean.
coffee bean.
Yeah, you will have a lot more extreme weather, which
Yes.
means a lot of flooding, a lot of people dying.
But it'll be
cancer.
actually then more difficult to grow coffee.
But well, think about the wind.
Mm.
You will be able to windsurf even greater wind.
I don't know. I feel like there is a limit of like how much wind you can windsurf.
But think about it like there will be storms more.
Can you
Frequently.
windsurf in a storm?
Well, depends. Like you don't go to the storm, but like it's a gradient, right?
yes.
So you don't go to the actual storm.
Well, the
but-
problem with extreme weather is that it is not gradient. It's at the end.
Oh, come
like
on.
the
just
extremes.
give me a break, Valerie. My point is you will be able to enjoy better windsurfing, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, huge maybe. I don't really know. But that would be cool.
True.
I mean, I would choose not to destroy the world just to get that. But given that it's going to be destroyed
But we gotta
anyway,
take advantage of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we talk about it next time.
Yeah. That's pretty much everything I had to say. So I don't know if we
Well,
actually have
think
anything.
about it.
Well, okay. Plus,
Think
next
about
time
it.
we do an episode, I'll be back from Las Vegas. So maybe I'll tell you
Oh my
everything about
God.
that.
That's exciting.
Yeah. I'm getting...
You're gonna
Like-
get deported.
I'll tell you everything next time I come from El Salvador.
Yeah. Have fun in El
Okay.
Salvador. Okay.
Any final thoughts for this episode?
No, I've
No?
exhausted all my thoughts.
Really?
Yeah.
Just no?
No
You're a
thoughts.
terrible podcast presenter.
I'm always the one with the thoughts. It's your turn.
My thoughts were the things that I brought.
I said
Like this episode was just my final thoughts.
I gave
from
you the
previous
podcast
episode.
title.
Oh, thank you, Valerie.
You're
you
welcome.
are so awesome. Okay. Anyway, thank you for listening.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. 'Cause they're
Exactly.
so
And I'm
good.
like, why am I here? And the only thing I can think of is because I'm not white.